Well, got some water and decided to take a chance on this game called Stable Orbit. It's still in early access, as you can see from the giant blue screen. Um, and interestingly, it's being published by Good Old Games. No, not Good Old Games. Green Man Gaming. Green Man Gaming is the publisher for this, and it's still like super early in the game's uh, life. I think we can, yeah. Um, and it's the problem of the game is easily solvable, and right now there's not much. I know I bitch about like Astroneer not having a lot, and how the cycle is really um, limited, but this is more so. There's also research or well, so let's get into it. As you can see, he's been working on this for some time, and I looked at his roadmap, and he's got some ideas going fully far out. But uh, this is a space station simulation, and this is an unattractive mess that I've got. That this was basically, I think, my fifth iteration of figuring out how the hell shit works in this game. Um, the UI is minimal. I mean, you can get by with just this. There we go. Um, oh, see, I have a little starship docking here, and it's refilling up my food and water. Um, I'm kind of frustrated because I feel very limited by things because there's not yet a lot to do. But you have all these little habitats where people can live, and then you have these research centers where people can do research, and you get research by checking the email box, and like I can just accept a whole bunch of research, and it doesn't really matter what any of this research is. You can end up doing the same research over and over and over again, and I don't know what the point of that is. I mean, like here in this playthrough, I've researched 300 and some odd researchy things, and it's like, okay, so what? Then this lag is new. I wonder if this is because I'm streaming. Um, and time advances either quickly or slowly, doesn't really matter. And you have expenses, people, and energy, and batteries, and oxygen, water, food, and waste heat, and then poop. That's essentially what it is. And so you click on these things and you build them, and then you realize that these selections don't go away very easily. So it makes on-screen navigation a pain in the butt. Um, but yeah, one thing I will say is that it has a really awesome like save and resume. Like it's just save the game and then I resume it, and it's straight away back in. I will say that the UI is way too fucking small. This is the default UI size, and for just this, it looks okay. But let's say I resume now, and um, this shit is like way too small. I mean, I know I'm old and like I wear glasses and all this kind of crap, but just looking through this crap, um, I can't see any of this shit. There's too much information going on here, and um, the mouse wheel is very iffy. Like here, the mouse wheel will zoom in and out, but if I want to pan around, if there's a way to do that, I don't know how. So, like, let's say I click on this because I'm going to put something there. If I'm zoomed in, I don't really have an easy way to look at what's on uh, this end of the ship without doing some camera hijinks. And the camera will rotate around that point, which can make things a pain in the butt. Because if I'm on this side and I need to check out what's something on the far end of the station, like at the end of this truss rod, I basically have to click on intermediate stuff, and that doesn't feel good. So, like, the UI is crap and way too fucking small. The UX, I think it's what you would call it, needs work. Also, there's no windowed full screen, so tabbing in and out is a pain in the butt. But as far as how the game works, let's take a look at that. So we're going to make a new station. We're going to call it another fine mess. So basically, you just start off with this. You got $7.5 billion with which to do stuff, and you have this little capsule that doesn't even have anyone in it. But yeah, you can see it puts out power, maybe? I don't know. And it doesn't really have much of anything going on here. So all of a sudden we start building things. From each of these little construction nodes that pedal out, which is actually like a pretty cool little graphic, you can start building crap. And you've got these nodes that people can go into, and then you've got trusses, which are a lot cheaper. And something that I didn't know at the beginning is there's no EVA. Like, if I use this, then I can never put any habitable nodes on the other side of that, and that's kind of suck. But now, what do we need? When we look at these building points, notice these are just quick ways to scroll down the list. So first off, we need a way for people to get on and off, because if they can't get on and off, then, well, you're fucked. Once they're here, you're going to need power and oxygen and all these kinds of things. Now, because I've been playing for a while and I know how these things work, I know that I probably want some trusses. And these two wings are going to form the basis of all, like, my oxygen and storage. My oxygen production and my storage of, like, food and power and all those kinds of things. And then off of this end, I need something for my dudes to do, so I'm just gonna start building this. And I can start letting this go and basically just have to be patient. Yes, patient. And then stop being patient. Now this stuff started to pop up. Now, as far as things that you need right away, you need a battery. And you need radiators, which was not something that occurred to me the first time around. Because you produce a lot of heat, and the radiators let you get rid of all that heat. Now it's just simply a matter of starting to build things out. And the eventual end goal of this is just going to be to research things, I guess. I mean, here I can do these studies. Pin that open. So I can do these research study things. And yeah, I could accept these, or I could not. And the difference being, you know, there's no point to really accepting anything right now because I don't have any crew members, as you can see here. So we just kind of hang out, chilling. So now I have crew member. My crew member's over here now with nothing to do, and let's go ahead and just do some stuff. This is an effect I do kind of like. How as the day progresses and as your resources change, your resource needs change. You know, your solar panels will rotate to face the sun. Your radiator will extend out when you need to radiate things, I guess. You know, radiation-wise. And now, my dude's probably going to start pooping soon. So, let's go ahead and make a depuper. And this stores batteries. Let's go ahead and start worrying about oxygen. Now notice I've only gone through about like most of my 7 billion. And that's what the research is for. The research gets you money. And unfortunately, because of the fact that the people sleep and rest and stuff, the lab thing is only going to be manned for a third of the day. And the way that you fix that is you get more people. So let's make a small habitat that I can't build there because of the oxygen generator that I'm making. Well, crap. That's good to know, though, because apparently stuff has volume, and so the way that you fix that is here on the nose, you make a node. And off of that node, I can start building things. And this is basically the whole game. Once you understand the interplay of how the resources are aligned, as long as you're cautious enough, you don't really have any problems. And I don't have enough money for a habitat anymore. But that's okay, because all my people can breathe. You can look at the state of research. And stuff is just happening. There's nothing happening here because, well, he's sleeping. Don't have to worry about power because my batteries don't go down that far. Like, you know, I'm not using yet half of my power reserves. And so now I just have to wait and hope that no one dies between now and uh, whatever. The heat waste, I've noticed, never goes below half. Like, however much it fills up, I've never really seen it gone much below half. I mean, it can certainly go higher, and if that's fucker. And if that's the case, then stuff starts to take damage. Why can't I put water there? Maybe because of the spaceship? Probably. See, I don't get it. I have 3 weeks of water. Why can't someone stay there? In situations like this, though, where you find that you don't have enough stuff laying around, you can upgrade these nodes a little bit, and then like all of a sudden you have all of the space for all of the things. See, the research is expiring because like I don't have anyone on here now. I have a year worth of water for no one. Truss 1 has some wear and tear damage. Of course, I don't have anyone to fix anything because he left. This is new. Core has been destroyed? Holy fuck, how did that happen? Okay, well, apparently you can have shit just die. But this is like all there is to the game. It's just micromanaging the things. And things just keep breaking up. This is not clear about why any of that happened, though. I assume it's because people were gone, and so things just started to break. Because on that other save file that I have, I don't think I have any wear or tear on like anything. Unless maybe I was broken the other one, and so I didn't have the money for upkeep. But basically, it's just coming up with a fine balance of having enough stores and advancing out slowly. So this is really kind of a not much to do yet type of demo. It does remind me of a really old game, like from back in the CGA days. When you had like 4 colors on your graphics adapter. That's what CGA stood for. This is a color graphics adapter. That was essentially space station management and doing that. But you also managed the launching of your space shuttle that would go up, and you had to manage things that way. And that's kind of why I got this, for that same sort of nostalgia, I guess. Anyway, so I was actually going to spend more time with this, but there's not really like much of anything to do in this game, except I guess research and things like that. All these unemployed motherfuckers. Why aren't they employed? Do some fucking work. Here, I'll just start accepting all the everythings. Now you fuckers have a job. Do some work. But yeah, so this is still in very early access, and there's not much to do, and I would not think that anyone should get this unless they're really, really like this sort of thing. But there's not much of anything to do in it yet, so there's that.